Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everybody, the honorable person, my lecturer, Miss Fachrunnyssa, and all of my beloved friends. Now I will present about a need analysis of English for mechanical engineering. It's from the journal who has created by Dewanti Ratna Pertiwi, and then Maria Assunta Deni Kusumaningrum in the Ahmad Dahlan Journal of English Studies. Okay. In this occasion, we will discuss about the introduction of this journal and then method. After that, a discussion and finding, and the last is a conclusion. The first we discuss about the introduction. It's about a literature review. The first is ESP purpose. The ESP purpose is not only to develop the language skill, however, to meet the objective derived from the need analysis. Integration between general English and ESP are expected to facilitate the English instruction proportionally. And the subject-specific language and target performance competencies are the two main objectives of ESP. ESP is distinguished into EAP, English for academic purpose, and EOP, English for occupational purpose. Since there are a lot of fields in ESP, it is distinguished into various professions such as business English, tourism English, engineering English, and agriculture English. The study took a EAP to prepare the student to effectively learn English for mechanical engineering. And for the need analysis, need analysis is needed in ESP study to get the data of what the student required to achieve that the course design might develop in order to meet the goal of the instruction. Cover 8, the benefit of need analysis in developing language curriculum. ESP instructors must start the instruction with needs analysis. Needs analysis, what is collecting and analyzing student information in order to set objectives and appropriate content for a language curriculum. And after that, target needs and learning needs. Target needs are the goal of the learner. Target needs are the goal the learner needs to meet in this target situation. The target needs can be identified from the necessities of the learning lacks and wants. The learning needs are the learning situation that the literature prepare to learn effectively. In conclusion, an ESP is English instructional program in which the execution should be based on the need analysis to gather the data of learners' characteristics, the learner needs, the learning needs, and the target needs. And the last is about the component of need analysis. Component of the need analysis are first, target situation analysis and objective needs. Second, wants, means, subjective needs. Third, present situation analysis. Fourth, lacks. 5, learning needs. Linguistic analysis, disorder analysis, gender analysis, and 6, the course goal. And the 7th, means analysis. Okay, it's about the introduction, literature review. And now we move to the purpose of the research. This research is intended to identify the component that should be in the design of the English course material for mechanical engineering purposes to facilitate effective instruction. By this need analysis, the improved curriculum is expected to give better English instruction. Now we move to the method. In this research, there I have an instrument and technique collecting data, and after that we can conclude the result. For the instrument, there is a first student questionnaire, second interviews from the senior lecturers and the academic officer, third observation during the course, and fourth the treasurer's study data. For the collecting the entry data, each instrument was analyzed. The first step was analyzing the questionnaire response. After the table had been complete, the data were described. Secondly, the result of interviews with the senior lecturers and the academic officer were analyzed to find deeper information. Thirdly, the result of observation during the course was analyzed to see the appropriate materials and techniques of the future program. And fourthly, the enrich the data of the alumni. The tracer study was analyzed. After completing the four instruments, the conclusion was interpreted to make the general description of the data analysis of mechanical engineering English. After that, we move to the discussion. There is a participant target needs, learning needs, and learner needs and learning needs. The first is participant. The participant is 62 students were in English class in academic year of 2070 and 2080, and the age range from 17 to 24 years old. And they were from vocational school, mechanical and aeronautical engineering department, and senior high school natural science department. And target needs. The English subject should prepare the alumni ready, to hunt for a job in English, that the student should be taught how to write an application letter, curriculum vitae, and practice a job interview. The senior lecturers also suggested to include the topics which frequently appear in the student final projects, such as fifth and fifth line. We move to the learner needs. The lacks found from the observation is that some students have the background about mechanical engineering and aerospace, the student from vocational school, and some do not have. For the one in the classroom observation, it was found the most students are mobile phone users and internet literate. Therefore, they adapt their millennial life. The presentation of the material should improve the activity of accessing the internet. Okay, for the questionnaire result of the material, there is a topic mathematics, energy and temperature, fluid mechanics, material technology, tool information technology, electrics, product life cycle, future career, aerodynamic, free flight, aircraft construction, control services, basic flight instrument, flight line, aircraft control system. The result is most students revert to written cycle tasks in terms of reading, vocabulary enrichment, and in the spoken cycle. The students prefer listening and answering the listening comprehension task. They are not really interested in the grammar section and spelling performance because they thought that the focus on mechanical engineering English is on the technical term development. And for the question result of the presentation of the material, it's about the title. Attention gathering offer, glossary and phonetic transcription before reading text. Reading text, finding the meaning of the difficult word from the reading text. Answering comprehension question from the reading text. Vocabulary knowledge presentation. Using newly introduced vocabulary in sentence. Grammar knowledge presentation. Grammar practice in small groups. Grammar practice independently. Listening to a model monologues dialogues, answering comprehension question from the monologue dialogue, list the expression bank introduced, task aim at practice creating monologue dialogue, evaluation, task performing the monologue dialogue, self-assessment sheet, and the last technical term list. There is the data, agree and disagree from the student. And there is a learning needs for the semester learning plan. The topic is mathematics, using number and reading mathematical operation. The second, energy and heat transfer, describing types of energy and heat transfer. Material types, identifying material types. Material properties, identifying material properties. Tool, identifying tool. Fifth, describe line component. Safety standard, describe working safety standard. And then aircraft components, explaining basic airplane structure. Cockpit and flight instrument, explaining flight basic instrument in the cockpit. Taxiing, describe ground part, flight part principle, describe flight particip principle, pre-flight check, explaining the activities in the pre-flight check, application letter and CP, identifying application letter and resume, and the last job interview, identifying question in job interview. And then after that, unit design, component and activity. The first is title, discuss the title, attention gathering opener, asking question to prepare the student ready to start. Reading text, discuss a passage about the related title, finding the meaning of the difficult words from the reading text. The activity is ask the student to access their internet to find difficult words, and then answering comprehension question from the reading text. The activity is group work to discuss the answer. Vocabulary knowledge presentation. The activity is drill the vocabulary using mock, and then using newly introduced vocabulary in sentence. The activity is group work to compose sentence, and then listening to a model monologue dialogue. The activity is prepare the supported video that play the listening recording, and then answering comprehension question from the monologue dialogue. The activity is group work to discuss the answer, and then after that, task aim the practicing creating monologue dialogue. The activity is group work to video record the dialogue and assign the submit by an internet application. And the last technical term list, drill the vocabulary using more. And now we can conclude. In this chapter, describe the conclusion of the need analysis of English for mechanical engineering student in STTA. The need analysis reveals what the student and lecturers expect and reflect the industrial career need from the treasurer study data. The results are as follows. First, the English instruction as intended to facilitate the student qualified in mechanical and aerospace engineering. Second, the material represent the three concentration. first aircraft maintenance, manufacture and material, and energy conversion, and also the job hunting preparation. Third, the focus of the instruction is outcome-based education that should pay attention to the final competence. And fourth, the unit design is reading, vocabulary enrich, writing, listening, and speaking. And the fifth, the activity involves lecture, discussion, group work, and mobile assisted language learning or more. Okay, after we read the journal article about the English for mechanical engineering, I have make a syllabus for the one meeting. The first is about the objective. Students are given books and videos of learning about the pronunciation of numbers and reading mechanical operation to so that students can mention mathematical operation in mathematical formula without any misspelling of words. For the indicator, there is to understand how to pronounce the words of numbers correctly, and then to know how read mathematical formula correctly. And for the material, pronunciation of numbers, and then pronunciation of mathematical formula. And for the media, there is a book, projector, PowerPoint, and YouTube. And the method, I used a communicative approach. And for the activity, the first discuss about the topic, and then student read books and pronounce the words. After that, watch the learning video on the screen, and then student repeat the pronunciation based on the video. And after that, student try to read mathematical formula. And for the assessment, the first is attitude assessment, and after that we have to pre-test and post-test assessment. And for language search, we have Cambridge English for Engineering book and YouTube. And for the time, we have 45 minutes for the one meeting. Okay, I think enough for the presentation. Now I say thanks for your kind attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.